Hey guys, so in this video we're going to learn how to make self-graded quizzes. They're a great way to provide input to your students in a pretty instantaneous manner. So we're going to start off in our drive, and it's probably best practice to create a new folder and label this folder like self-graded quizzes, something like that. And if you're like me and have this in like multiple chapters, maybe have this organized in your chapters. So I created a folder by going up there to new folder, and inside here I'm going to create something new, and I'm going to slide over here to Google Forms. Right? It's not one of the main options. Google Forms, you can try the new Google Forms. I'm going to show you the old Google Forms, which I think is better, but it's really not that different in the new one. So feel free to try that afterwards. So because we all teach different content, I'm just going to show you one that's totally unrelated. And I think these questions will highlight a whole bunch of different ways that you could ask your students questions. So whichever style works best for you. So Google Forms is nice. Basically, I can click here to edit cooking quiz or up here, and that's just the name of it. And if you look in, anyway. So the way that we want to start these questions out, you can see this is like the first page, and then there's this add item. You can click this part of the add item, but I always click the one on the right because it gives me all the options. So I'm going to start off with and this is basically what you're asking back. So text, paragraph text, multiple choice. What are you trying to get from the user? So the difference between text and paragraph text is paragraph text gives you more room, and text just gives you like a little bit. So like text is a good one for like your name, and maybe your email. So I created one for the name and email. If I want to ever delete it, I can just click delete right here. Or duplicate or edit. The duplicate one is going to be pretty essential for doing these things quick because it's all about saving time, right? You can also edit it and make it a required question. I like making these first two ones required questions, especially the name. The email one's an important one because this email one is how the students are going to get their grades back. If you don't care about that, then you don't have to ask them what their email is. Okay, so now if I view the live form, it's going to show me exactly what I'm asking from the students, right? And I'm here and I would click submit right away. Well, what I want to do is have name and email on their own page, and you guys can have it all on one page if you want. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a page break, and I'm just going to say, I'm just going to label this page cooking quiz as well, right? So now if we look at the live form, we can see the difference there. Now instead of a submit button, I have a continue button. Oh, they want me to type stuff in, and I go to the next page. So what kind of questions do I want to have on here? Well, here's a popular one that you could do. We could put a multiple choice one in there. And I could say, what food is this? And I could, so you could have it just be a text-based one if they had enough information. Or this one, I'm going to have an image above it, and I'm going to have them guess the food. So I'm going to steal this image, right? So if you want to steal an image from online, or a diagram if you're a science teacher or a whatever, go here, view image, right click, and then do save image as, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So there it is on my desktop. So now when I go into Now when I go back into my quiz, I can add an item, and I want to add an image. And it's going to bring me right to my thing. I can either drag it in, which is kind of a nice little feature, or I could click in there and navigate through my computer. Okay. So if this image is a little bit too big, you can always grab the, you can change it so it's like this, and we can put it so it's on the, we want to slide this so it's, the image is above it. Ooh, having a little bit of trouble there. There you go. Okay, so let's come up with our options. We have what? Scotch egg. And then just click here for a new one. So like devil egg, scrambled, or English egg. Okay. So that image, that's like our first question. If we want them to have like one question per page, what we do is we just put a page break right there. And a lot of times I just leave the page breaks like that. So now if I view the live form, this is what it looks like. They'll want my name, they'll want my email. I'll have this image and they'll ask me a question about what kind of food it is, and we're rolling. Okay, so let's try a different type. Let's do a checkbox one. So these, so this checkbox you can have, it's like kind of like a multiple choice, like a check all that apply. Check all that apply. Which okay. What? Sandwiches? What? I'm just going to leave it like that. Good thing I teach math, huh? All right. So with the checkbox option, you can have like your obvious, okay, rye, sauerkraut. You can put in some ones that are wrong, like salami, or one that's right, 1,000 Island, and ranch. Okay. So let's, yeah. So what this will look like is like this for the user. And they can click on multiple ones versus a multiple choice. As soon as I click on Scotch egg, if I click on devil egg, it's going to switch it right to that. Okay. Let's add a different question. So I'm going to do another page break. So I'm going to have this one's kind of heavy on pages. You can have them all on one page. It doesn't really matter. What I want to do is I want to do a multiple choice one. And this multiple choice one is going to be, who is the chef? Who's the chef in the video? So or others that we can put in later. So now I need to add in the video so the users can watch it, right? So I'm going to add in the video. So same thing, click on that arrow, go to video, and this pops up. I just need to get the URL of the video from YouTube. So here's the one that I wanted. I'm just going to click up here to the URL.
First up, my flavor packed lamb with fried bread.
Sweet. Bring it back here, paste it on in, and search for it. It finds it, and I select it. I can resize this image like this, and it looks like it's going to give me Gordon Ramsay right off the bat, but whatever. This is just for practice. And we can bring it down here. We want to reverse these order of these. Yep. So this is a good idea for, I've done this in problems before where it's like a more complex word problem, and they have a situation, and instead of just like spelling it out with words, I can show them a video and have them try to write it. It just increases student engagement on those. I want to do this one. I want to show you how to do that duplicate question. So on this Reuben one, let's do a duplicate of that one and watch what happens. Just right below, it will give me the same kind of ones. So if you have a whole bunch of like similar type of questions, this will really help you out. What are the ingredients on a in good seed bread. So I can eliminate my other choices because they probably won't go in. So we like sesame, flax, pumpkin, sunflower, pistachio. Okay, cool. So now we've created the quiz, and in the next video we're going to learn how to self-grade it.